Hello, everyone. This is Tim Blankenship with the Divorce661.com Daily Perspektiv, episode 70. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'll be sharing all the activity we handled today, including consultations, new clients, and some of the unique cases we're working on. To start, let's go over some stats for today and the month so far. So far this week, we've had 16 consultations. Today alone, we had 3 new clients, and we brought on 4 new clients yesterday, bringing the total for the month to 57 new clients. On top of that, we've had 27 divorce cases approved so far in January, a strong start to the year. Now let's dive into the cases and consultations for today, as there is a lot you can learn from these consultations and issues that came up. The first client I want to discuss is from Sacramento. This client retained us today after originally contacting us 2 years ago. At the time, they weren't in an amicable place, but now that they've reached an agreement, we're moving forward to help finalize their divorce. Another client hired us today after a consultation yesterday where one spouse had already moved out of state. We were able to electronically e-file their case with the court today, getting the process started quickly and efficiently. We also had a consultation from San Bernardino County. This couple had previously hired a different paralegal firm that couldn't get their divorce finalized. The issue wasn't a lack of agreement, but rather that the paralegal firm was acting like attorneys, refusing to communicate with both spouses. This led one spouse to seek help elsewhere, causing unnecessary delays. I always caution against working with paralegal firms that don't act as a neutral third party. Fortunately, they hired us today and will ensure their case is handled correctly and amicably. Another consultation today came from Los Angeles County. This couple was married for less than 5 years and wanted to know how to establish a date of separation. I explained that as long as both parties agree, there's no need to prove anything to the court. The date of separation can be the day one spouse moved out, the day you discussed divorce, or even the day you started sleeping in separate rooms. In cases where no specific date stands out, we usually use the filing date of the divorce. We had another consultation from Los Angeles County involving a couple married just over 5 years, which made them ineligible for a summary dissolution. However, since they had no assets, debts, kids, or spousal support, we're moving forward with a default with agreement case. These types of cases are typically finalized within about a week, pending the mandatory 30-day waiting period before we can e-file the judgment with the court. With Los Angeles County currently approving cases around week 6, they'll just be waiting for the 6-month cooling-off period to officially be divorced. Another case today was from El Dorado County. The couple had already filed and served their paperwork, but felt overwhelmed trying to finalize the case themselves. They reached out to us for help and retained our services. One of their questions was whether there's a template for marital settlement agreements. While there are templates online, I warned them, as I've mentioned before, that these templates aren't sufficient for court approval and often lead to rejection. We'll be drafting a proper agreement to ensure their case moves forward smoothly. Something else that came up today was a missed consultation that bothers me a little. Someone scheduled a consultation but didn't answer any of the 3 calls I made. Worse, they sent me to voicemail after the first ring each time. I understand things come up, but we send multiple reminders via email and even text 15 minutes before the call. If you can't make the consultation, all you have to do is reply to one of the reminders. Ghosting us is frustrating because we're a very busy office, and missed appointments take away time from other clients who need our help. We also had a consultation with a couple who each hired attorneys. They weren't out of agreement but believed hiring attorneys was their only option. Over the last 3 months, the only progress made by their attorneys was filing the petition and response. They even mentioned they felt their attorneys were creating unnecessary problems. I advised them to ask their attorneys to file substitution of attorney forms, which would remove the attorneys as their legal representatives. Once they're self-represented, we can step in to finalize their marital settlement agreement and judgment package, helping them complete their case efficiently. Another consultation today came from Los Angeles County. The couple had filed their own case and were incorrectly told by an attorney that they needed to amend their petition. This wasn't true. Most of the time, amendments are only necessary for major errors like incorrect names. Minor details like dates of marriage or separation, or even assets and debts, can be addressed in the marital settlement agreement, which supersedes the petition. I explained this to them and reassured them we could finalize their case without unnecessary amendments. Finally, we had a consultation with someone going through a contested divorce who wanted us to review their paperwork. I explained that we don't handle contested cases or review paperwork prepared by others, whether it's from attorneys or the clients themselves. Our policy is to either take over the entire case or not handle it at all. This ensures we can thoroughly review and correct any issues in the case, avoiding piecemeal reviews that might lead to future rejections. I offered our affordable service to take over and finalize their case, should they decide to proceed. In closing, today was another busy day filled with a variety of consultations and new clients. We're here to make the divorce process as smooth and efficient as possible. Thank you for watching the Divorce661.com Daily Perspektiv. We'll talk to you tomorrow.